What's up, DC fans and movie buffs? I'm Alex Figueroa, and welcome to Geeks and Flix. Here are the DC films that we previously reviewed, and we are up to the year 1987, the film Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. But let's take a look at the cast of Superman 4, starting off with Christopher Reeve as Superman / Clark Kent, Margot Kidder as Lois Lane, Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor, Mark Pillow as the Nuclear Man, John Cryer as Lenny, Marlene Hemingway as Lacey Warfield. Now, these are the cast of Superman 4, but before I give my thoughts on Superman 4, I posted a picture of Superman 4 4K and I asked the Geeks and Flix community for their thoughts, and I got some interesting comments. So I grabbed some and I'm going to share that with you. Starting off with number 1. This is from Henry Hill 6637. Thank you so much. It was fun, but not the greatest. But I enjoyed it. I thought the Sun guy was cool. Badass villain. Not as bad as everybody thinks. Thank you so much, Henry. Number 2, Turner Fan 77 said, it's been forever since I have seen it. Again, guys, thank you so much to everyone who left comments. So here are my thoughts on the film. Now, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I kind of enjoy Superman 4. I liked the first half of the film. I got locked into the movie. Yes, the villain is corny. Nuclear Man, I think he's very corny. Gene Hackman is back. Margot Kidder is back. Jack Cooper as Perry White is back. Like, the entire cast of the Richard Donner is back for the final film. And I kind of liked it. I digged it. I liked the tone of the movie. It wasn't as corny as Part 3, where Part 3 started off with that stupid, goofy Three Stooges act in the beginning. This one didn't have that. Yes, the villain was very horrible. Yes, the villain was bad. But you know what? He did what he had to do. He was a villain in a Superman movie, and I kind of enjoyed it for what it was. I honestly digged it. Yes, there's a lot of cons, which we're going to talk about in a few seconds, and there's tons of pros that I kind of liked about the movie. So in a nutshell, I kind of enjoyed this rewatch of Superman 4. And if I had to put them in an order state for Superman Christopher Reeve series, I gotta say, I might have to do 1, 2, 4, and 3. That's kind of my order that I would watch these movies again. I don't even think I would put 3 on ever again, but I would watch Part 4 again. I'm not gonna lie on that one. All right, so let's get to my pros. I'm gonna tell you right now, the pros of this film is Christopher Reeve / Superman / Clark. This guy did not miss a step. This is his 4th film as Superman. And he played it like if he played it in the first one. Did not miss a step. Him as Clark Kent is still clumsy, still goofy, still corny, and I loved it, right? And there's this one part, and I call it the cinematic history version, because like each film has to have like, I have this thing that each film has to have like that one cinematic moment that the crowd goes, wow. And to me, is when he goes to the UN and he stands there and he gives his speech on ending the whole nuclear war thing, and he's gonna stop it. I was in, not tears, but I felt like, man, this dude is really addressing me. I know it's a movie, but I felt like he was really addressing me on TV, and I kind of liked it, and I digged it. I was like, yo, go Superman, go get them damn nuclear warheads and throw it into the sun. I wanted that. And I was like, yo, this dude really gave a hell of a speech, man. Like, I really, like, when he gives the speeches, when he does the whole, like, this train is safe, when after a guy caught a heart attack and he stops the train by stepping on the third railing, like, he is Superman. It's just crazy. Like, I don't know. I just feel like this dude could do anything in a Superman suit. And it's sad that we lost him in an early age, because I would love to see him play a cameo as like Kal-El in one of these future movies, but it is what it is. Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. I don't know. This dude also stepped into the role after years of not playing him and did not miss a beat. Also, I like the storyline that they gave him in this movie. He was a mastermind. He created this new super being, you know. I mean, yes, there are stupid parts of the movie with Nuclear Man, but I kind of liked Gene Hackman in this movie. I kind of like Lex Luthor. He had a good plan. He put this thing on a nuclear warhead. Superman threw it on Earth, and he created a new superhero with his voice, which is kind of stupid, but again, it is what it is, and I kind of like Gene Hackman. He was really good in this movie. Now we got Margot Kidder as Lois Lane again. She did not go to Bahamas, which I love, because in Part 3, they really roll her out of the film, brought in Annie O'Toole as Lana Lang, and then the rest was history. This one, they got rid of Lana Lang's character, Annie O'Toole, which I kind of was bummed out about. But they brought back Margot Kidder. She did not miss a step also. I don't think she was corny. I think she was really good as Lois Lane in this film. Like I said, this is the 4th film and they brought everyone back. And everyone did a good job here. And yeah, in terms of the tone of the movie, I like, you know, the thing is, I felt like this was more of a Richard Donner film than the 3rd movie. Like the 3rd movie felt like it's his own, like Richard Lester decided to do his own thing with that movie. And it felt tonally, it felt weird if you watch 1, 2, and then goes into 3. It felt kind of darker. It's kind of weird, but it had like that Temple of Doom feeling with Superman 3. Just didn't work with the franchise. Superman 4, for whatever reason why people don't like it, but I gotta say, it kind of felt like 1 and 2. I'm just saying, I enjoyed it for what it is. Tonally, I thought it was pretty cool. The music was back. Let me tell you, the music was back. That's right. They brought back John Williams' score, but again, it was composed by someone else. Alexander Courage played the composer in the soundtrack. But again, that was a highlight because part 3 was not good without that soundtrack. But we got the soundtrack and I loved it. I thought it was really good. And again, like I said before, Superman giving that UN speech, that is one of the pros of this movie. I thought it was great and I thought it was cool. Now, there is cons, so I'm going to get to them right now. Number 1, the fighting sequences were god awful. They were horrible. They were behind green screens. I mean, there's nothing you can say. It was really bad. I thought it was going to get better in the 4th film, but it got even worse. Even going from Supergirl into this movie, it was really bad. The sequences were horrible. The CGI flying did not get any better either. It got even worse. I don't know why it got worse, but it just got worse. I don't get it. Nuclear Man using Gene Hackman's voice, I really don't understand why they went down that route. Also, that was really stupid. Did not make sense. And then there was another point when he was creating him, he was cutting little pieces, a strip of fabric, golden black, and all of a sudden, I mean, little strips too. It was like these little pieces of it, and it made a suit. Really stupid. Then you have Lacey Warfield going to outer space. Nuclear Man took this girl outer space without a suit. She should have just died the minute she hit the atmosphere, but we didn't go down that route. She was literally outer space with this guy hovering like a MTV music video. It was horrible. It was garbage. I just felt like this movie could have ended on a bigger note, a better note for Christopher Reeve. They decided to go down this route. Like I said, this guy did a great speech in the UN, okay? And then at the end, he gave a beautiful speech too, okay? Talking about why he can't do this no more, right? Like in terms of getting rid of the warhead, like people got to do it for themselves, not him interfering. And I was like, this is a beautiful speech, Soups. It's a beautiful speech. But in terms of the kid riding him and then it spawned into this bad guy thing, did not work for me. But let's rate this movie. What did I think of Superman 4: The Quest for Peace from 1987? Well, you guys guessed it right. I'm giving this movie a good. This is a 3 out of a 5. I think this movie is good. I enjoyed it for what it was, to really be honest with you. But again, guys, if you guys want to hear a full take on Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, then search for the Action Movie Guys podcast. Anywhere you listen to your podcast, me and Nate did a full breakdown on the film. And of course, subscribe and leave us a rating. That will help us out greatly. Now, guys, again, leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on Superman 4: The Quest for Peace from 1987. Would you want to see this movie again? And of course, do you skip it, or why the hell do you hate it? Leave a comment down below and let me know. And of course, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and join me as I continue my DC live action watch through every Wednesday. And of course, check out Nate's new release films every Friday. Till then, keep the reels rolling and geek out.